Do you want to build a snowman? Just like the movie Frozen, in our area, Wisconsin, we are experiencing quite a bit of that white stuff called snow. So I'm here to explain what snow is, how it is formed, um, and what other types of snow there is. How fitting is this topic with the current snowstorm underway, at least in my area, Manitowoc, Wisconsin. I'm sure many of you are in the surrounding areas and have seen a lot of snowfall lately. What inspired me to talk about snow was because as I was sitting here thinking about what I should do this topic on, I'm thinking, why does it have to snow so much? I will start off by explaining what snow is, and then I will go into more detail about how it is formed and what the required temperature and climate for snow to fall, and various types of snow that may occur. So, what is snow? Snow is precipitation that turned into ice crystals. Snow is basically frozen water. It is wet and cold, and as the temperature goes up, the snow will melt back into a liquid. According to National Snow and Ice Data Center, snow is the process of water vapor in the atmosphere condensing directly into ice by bypassing the liquid stage. In order for it to fall and bypass the liquid stage, the temperature needs to be 32 degrees Fahrenheit or colder. A fun fact I learned from weather.com was the snowiest city in each state. Wisconsin's snowiest state is Hurley, Wisconsin. It is located at the northern border of Wisconsin, so it's right off of Lake Superior, so the lake effect has a lot to do with why it gets so much snow. It averaged about 162 inches of snow per year. So now that we know what snow is and some background, we are now ready to move on to how snow is formed. How snow is formed is the same as the water cycle. Moisture from lakes, rivers, and oceans evaporate into the atmosphere, in which in turn can come back down to earth as rain or snow. In this case, we are talking about snow. Low temperature cause moisture to form ice crystals. Each snowflake can be made up of 2 to 200 ice crystals. In order for the ice crystals to form, they grab onto a piece of dirt or dust in the air, and then they form from there. Another fun fact I learned from researching was the closer the temperature is to zero, the bigger the snowflake typically is. The size is based and determined by the temperature and humidity. The concept of snow being formed is actually quite simple. All you need to refer back to is the water cycle, which I just explained to you. Now that we know what snow is and I've explained how snow is formed, let's talk about the different types of snow you may see. Snow falls in several different forms. There are snowflakes, sleet, and hail, which are the most common ones to see. Snowflakes are clusters of ice crystals that form around a piece of dirt or dust in the air. When the formation becomes too heavy, it will fall from the cloud and onto earth, and then it will start accumulating on the ground. Previously stated, the size of snowflakes is determined by temperature and humidity in the air, but all snowflakes have a hexagonal shape due to the atomic structure of water. It is said that no two snowflakes are exactly alike. Although they may seem quite similar, they all have their uniqueness. Sleet is when snow is mixed with water. It makes for a very, very slippery and icy road conditions. This is often what we experience living in the Midwest. That's what inspired me to write this speech. As I was driving home in the sleet, it was very icy and I couldn't see very well because it was also dark outside. Sleet is the process of falling snowflakes from a cloud that pass through a layer of the atmosphere that is warmer than the temperature that the snow originally fell from, turning the snow into a snow and rain mixture, which we call sleet. And the reason the roads then become so slippery is because the ground temperature is colder, turning the sleet back into ice. So now we don't just have snow on the ground, now we have ice and snow. Hail is a form of snow that falls from the sky as ice pellets. Hail goes through a freezing process that forms hailstone. Hail can strike at any time of the year, not just in the winter. I found this interesting because I didn't know that. I never realized it. I'm sure we've experienced hail in spring and summertime, but I never put two and two together that it was actually a part of snow. And this happens because it is formed higher up in the atmosphere in much colder clouds. They're typically seen with severe thunderstorms. Hail can be small pebbles or in severe cases bigger than baseballs. Snowflakes, sleet, and hail are just a few different types of snow that you may encounter. I've discussed the basics about what snow is and how it is formed and what other types of snow you may find. Now that I'm done teaching you about the snow and the snow has stopped, let's go build that snowman.